They don't cry for help. They don't cause a scene. But if your cat does this, they're desperately trying to tell you something. Number 1, the hard, slow stare. Cats are utter masters of eye contact. They really know what they are doing with their eyes. They don't look at things by mistake. They are specific and deliberate with their eye movements. For example, when your Machiavellian monster gives you a long, unblinking look, they're not simply zoning out and gazing into space. If you could speak to them and ask, "What are you looking at?" there's no chance they would say, "Sorry, mate, I was staring into the distance." They are gawping at you by choice. Their choice to gaze at you like that may well be their way of saying, "I'm overwhelmed, I'm trying to cope, and you're the one who's supposed to help me." Or it might be a simple, "Hey, you, yeah, you, I love you." A hard stare can mean many things. Yes, sometimes it's affection, especially if it ends in something I've talked about a lot on this channel. A classic of cat communication, a slow blink, otherwise known as a cat kiss. But other times, it can be a way of trying to tell you they feel stressed or anxious, or they just have a general feeling of being unsettled. In this situation, I think of it like the feline equivalent of a friend sitting next to you on the couch, nervously picking at their sleeve or twirling their hand and saying nothing. So, what's your job? You need to tune in to try and figure out quite what their long, hard stare means in any particular moment. Take into consideration various context clues and observe your surroundings. Is there something new in the house? Was there a loud sound that unsettled them? A strange smell? A recent schedule change? Your cat might be asking for reassurance in the only way they know how. Silently, but dramatically. Like the extra nightmare that they are. Number 2, meowing in a weird new tone. A pretty well-known fact about cats, but if you don't know this, I'm very excited to be the one to reveal it to you, is that cats basically invented meowing as a way of talking to humans. It's sort of like how pop music is designed by a committee to appeal to the ears of teenagers. Cats created a sound they knew would appeal to us, that we would find cute, so they could essentially manipulate us into doing their bidding. Sorry to break it to you, but your cat is a tiny Machiavellian fluffball. Their meowing is literally an attempt to replicate the sound of a baby crying because they know you will respond to that. Given the control they have over their vocalizations and tone, it shouldn't surprise you that they often throw new types of meow into the mix as a way to try and communicate with you. If you pay attention, you'll probably notice that your cat has subtly, or not so subtly, different meows for different situations. Their "I want food" cry is totally different to their "please cuddle me" cry. And if your cat has been in your life long enough, you've probably come to understand which meow means what, whether you realize it or not. That's right, your cat has trained you. Welcome to the harsh reality of cat ownership. They are Bruce Wayne, and you are Alfred. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because you're so well versed in all of your cat's vocalizations, you'll always be able to tell when a new sound is added to their repertoire. So if you ever hear your cat meow in a way that sounds different, make a note of it, because that means your cat is trying to say something new. Their tone might change. It might now be sharper, or longer, or raspier, or more frequent. But how it is different ultimately doesn't matter. All that matters is that it is. That new meow could mean a multitude of things. Maybe it's, "I'm bored out of my mind," or possibly, "I don't feel well," or even, "You forgot dinner, and I promise I forgive you, but please do feed me." Or even, "Hey, that new candle you lit? It stinks. I hate it." The important thing is, this new meow is different. And in the cat world, different is the equivalent of putting up a big neon sign that says, "Notice me." So do as your fluffball is requesting and notice them. And from there, they will no doubt do what they can to explain to you what it is they want. Number 3, pawing at you repeatedly. But their voice is not the only tool they have at their disposal to communicate and grab attention. They also have their paws. You might be minding your business, Perhaps you're watching one of the other videos on this channel, because why the dickens would you not be? Or maybe you're reading the latest book in your favorite novel series about witches. But then it happens. The private moment you were so foolish to think you deserve it. Quite rightly, ruptured by your fluffy pal who gently paws at your arm. Then they do it again, and then again, and over like you are a vending machine that dispenses affection, entertainment, or snacks, everything your cat pokes at you. This repeated pawing isn't just about cuteness. Though come on, it's weaponized adorableness and we all know it. It's an assertive, slightly desperate request. It's a demand for you to engage. And they might not even care what kind of engagement they get, so long as they get something. It can be play, comfort, or reassurance. Or they may have a specific desire. They may be pawing at you because they are trying to say, "Hey, can you open the door so I can go outside?" Sure, I'll change my mind immediately and come back in. But that is irrelevant right now. Open it. In these moments when they paw at you, your adorable fluff ball is begging, albeit politely, to be heard and noticed. If you ignore this, it can escalate. Anybody who wants to go noticed, but goes unnoticed, will only increase their efforts. Maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously. Your cat is no different. Ignoring these efforts might result in quite severe escalation involving shredded blinds or loud hallway yodeling at 3 a.m. So if your cat paws at you, give them the attention they're so desperately seeking. To be fair, you'll get a lot out of it in turn, because spending time with a cute cat is the best. Number 4. Blocking what you're doing. But pawing at you is not the only way they beg for you to notice them when you're busy trying to do your own thing. In fact, pawing at you is the more subtle, less inconvenient option. Your cat might go to extreme and extra lengths to get your attention when you are simply trying to exist. I mean, how dare you? How very dare you? Reading a book? Bam! Your cat sits on it, hiding the next plot twist under their big fluffy butt. Working on your laptop? Bam! Not anymore, because your cat has decided to flop over the keys. Trying to build that IKEA bookcase you bought to store all those books you can't read because your cat keeps sitting on them? Bam! Your cat decides to muscle in, basically becoming the foreman of the construction efforts. This isn't just quirky behavior. It's a not-so-subtle message. You're paying attention to something that isn't me. And I have some thoughts about that. Cats crave connection, but on their terms, which basically means when they're not interested, you shouldn't be interested, but when they are, you really need to be. And when they literally insert themselves into your task, they're trying to pull your attention back to what matters the most. Them. Also, let's be real, they think they're helping. They're not. But they think they are. And hey, that's worth something, I guess. Number 5. Tail slaps, but not the angry kind. Something I've brought up a fair few times on this channel because it's a super vital thing to wrap your noodle around as a cat owner is the power of tail language. The way your cat holds their tail, the way they move it, it's not just random flicks and motions. There is a whole top secret language cats have that is communicated entirely via their tail. We could make a whole very long documentary about the nuances of tail language, hence why it comes up in a fair few videos. On this occasion, the particular aspect of tail language I want to talk about are non-angry tail slaps. Because we all know that the frantic slapping of a tail is often a sign of anger. I mean, it's rare that the slapping of anything doesn't mean anger, right? But when it comes to your cat, this isn't what it always means. You're petting your cat and the tail starts twitching. Then comes a gentle thwack against your leg. If it's not full-blown lashing, which heads up definitely means stop now, a light tail slap can be a more gentle form of communication, especially if it's paired with them continuing to sit near you or rest on your lap despite the slap. Some cats do this to say, "I'm overstimulated, but I still like being near you." Others use it as a tap tap tap. "Hello, I'm still here. Engage with me." It's subtle, slightly sassy. In short, it is very cat-like. If it's while you are petting them, take it as a subtle hint they might want you to rein in the affection. If it's when you are not petting them, take it as a subtle hint that they might want you to start noticing them. But one sign we didn't cover here, your cat's sitting with their back to you, and it's not what you think. Watch this next.